again, I'm talking to David Pakman. He is pretending that he's having problem with the Skype line there. See how he can hear me now, real clear, no problem hearing.
You're
And
cutting in
so
and out even right now, Jesse. I don't
he
know.
is pretending that he can't hear me in order to waste time and not really answer questions here. David, do you remember the 99% march with the Occupy Wall Street there in New York and around the country? Remember when that was happening?
I do.
And do you remember there were reports of sexual assaults and rape and defecation on police cars, and they just destroyed the areas that they protest in. And then during Donald Trump's run against Hillary Clinton in Chicago, they had to shut down one of his rallies because the children of the lie on the left protested and threatened, and it got so out of control. And that was on video. Do you remember any of those things?
I do.
And were that radical left violence?
What's the question? I'm not sure I
have you
understand.
seen anyone on the right carry on in that manner?
Of course. Right-wingers are violent all the time. We have countless instances of gun-toting right-wingers protesting violence, hate crimes, etc. Is this really
David,
what your audience wants to hear?
David,
I mean, this doesn't seem interesting.
David, you have never seen people on the right, on the side of good, acting in that way, so you're being dishonest.
No, what you're doing is intellectually dishonest because you've couched it as you've never seen people on the right on the side of good, which allows you to take anyone on the right who's violent and you say, well, they're not on the side of good, so they don't count. I mean, these are really sort of like amateurish distractions that you use.
David, you're not, just as you're not giving us any proof that the Dirty Women March protesters were not paid, you're not being honest in your discussion, in your dialogue now.
No, sorry, Jesse. I think you just don't understand burden of proof.
And you're not being honest about the Skype situation. You have no problems happening there. But I appreciate you coming on. You are a typical liberal, and we got what we expected from you.
I think that we certainly got what we expected from you. That's for sure. No facts, misunderstanding of the burden of proof.
And you're dishonest about the whole dialogue. Thank you for coming on, man.
Not dishonest. Prove it.
Thanks, David. It was an interesting interview. What do you think about it?
It felt really shallow.
Yeah, I sure did.
That it was just, he got hung up on this paid, unpaid, and then he's citing hate crimes, which are a total farce. With this, because you were talking about the left being more hateful and violent than the right, and he cited hate crimes or something, and then he cited people who are toting guns and calling that violence. That didn't make any sense to me.
Also, I noticed he didn't want to move the conversation forward.
Yeah.
He just wanted to stay with that only for whatever reason.
Well, he's a facts type of a guy. He likes to gather information. And he didn't sound like he wanted to get into why he didn't support Trump, why he thought that those organizations were good, because you talked about how they were evil.
Right.
And you asked if there were any good ones. And he said, I don't see the point in talking about that.